tonight. It's Saturday night, so I figured we'd do something different, a little bit of fun. We are going to attempt to contact an ethereal being that actually made contact with me a couple years ago. That might be 3 years ago. Me and Sarah were doing a talking board session, and later that night when I contacted the Coast Guard to give them an idea of where the coordinates are, where the guy was, where the two gentlemen had capsized in their boat. So it was that night that I had contact with what everybody calls a gnome, and had a pointed hat and a white robe. And right after that, I went on Amazon and Google looking to see if there's anybody else that has seen something like that. And yeah, they make one. Looks just like it. What I saw and experienced was 16 inches tall. And so we are going to see if you'll make conversation. And it's a beautiful night tonight. And it is full moon, and we're right next to the mango tree. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, that mango tree was actually pretty big when I moved here like 30 years ago. So there's a big opening on the other side of the tree, like a big hole. Most of them have, and so evidently, gnomes have moved in as tenants. So we're going to talk to them and find out their whole story. So stay tuned. So if you want to see what a gnome says from the other side, well, just sit back and take a look at this. Hopefully we'll make contact. We'll get right into it. What do you got there?
This is a REM pod. It's emitting electromagnetic fields. And if anything interrupts that field, it'll signal it. Closer you get, or if you touch it, it goes crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Registers your hand. Okay. What other gadget you got?
Well, since we're outside, I also brought a backlit millimeter. And
everybody knows what a millimeter is.
Yeah, just measuring the
okay.
milligauss of electromagnetic.
And I got a new FLIR imager, and we got the new it's a trail camera, and it actually sends the message to the pictures to your cell phone. Finally. Whew. It's a lot of work setting up. Cameras, gadgets, lights. There's something waiting for us here. It did not like the idea of us not doing it. Did you see that? The whole time it never went off.
He was mad at you for getting sassy.
Me and Bonnie were bickering about all the lights and the cameras and blocking each other.
No, you were.
So when Bonnie was bickering, we decided we weren't going to do it.
You were.
This can only go off if somebody touches it.
Cropping this out.
This can only go off if somebody comes near it with energy. And the whole time it never went off. And we're like, the hell with it.
No,
we don't got to do a session tonight. This went off like crazy. Like something standing here saying, no, you called me here. We're doing it. Let's get into it. Okay, we're looking, I guess, to talk. It'd be nice to talk to. It's pretty windy tonight. We're talking to, I guess, what we call a gnome. Are you here? Okay. Now, I'm going to center it I like to center it. Are you the gnome that that we're talking about? Okay. Let's see. Does one of us know you? Okay. Are you called something else? But are you the entity that I'm referring to that was that was knocking me knocking me in my ribs with your little fist? Okay. Who are you? Please. Can you tell us what are you? What are you? M. A.
Man.
Is that an O? That's an O.
Oh.
Okay, M.
M-A-O.
Okay, M-A-O? Was it M-A-O? Yeah, M-A-O.
Is that correct?
Let's go, let's start center here. You put M-A, what's the next letter, please? Man. Okay. Okay, oh, is there more? Is that it? Is there any more letters? Is there any more letters? He's using my hand.
It's really weird. It feels like it's getting pulled away from me.
Yeah, he's using my hand. I can feel he's pulling right here, like this. Like that. Am I right? Are you using my hand? Are you using me to lead the board? Okay. Well, that was weird. Whose hand are you using? Are you using Bonnie's hand? Are you using Bonnie's hand on this session? Okay, are you using both of our hands? Okay, so you just like pull in the push.
You're just using our energy to guide it yourself.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me center it. Are you using our energy? Are you using are you using the planchette? Are you using the planchette? I'm just curious. Okay, so using our energy. Okay, good enough. Okay, so we don't know you, and you're a man. Okay, so you're a human spirit, and what do you have a message for us? Okay, well.
Do you have a message for anyone? Oh.
No? Okay, are you here to bridge the communication between us and the gnome? Is that what you showed up for? Okay. Can you connect us with the, I guess it's called a gnome. He like nudged me in my ribs, I think it was a couple years ago. I'm really bad with time. But I definitely saw him. 16 inches tall, has a white robe, and he looks just like that figure down there. Except he's about 15, 16 inches tall. I saw him out, I felt him, and I saw him. And I just want to know what his story is. Are you able to do that? Is that something you want to do for us? Okay.
Have you seen something like that here?
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell us? Is there anything you want to tell us? I mean, you got a bird's eye view of everything. Let's see. Let me ask you a question. What is the plans for the global elite? COVID, it's a smokescreen for something, obviously. What do they have planned? Do you have the answer for that? Okay, is there anything you can tell us? This is going up on YouTube for everybody to see. We like exciting things, exciting topics. I mean, I pretty much already know everything already. But maybe don't want to hear it from you. Do you have a message? Oh, good. All right, let's see. What is it? What do you want me to say? You want to ask questions?
No, it's all you.
Great. Hey, let me ask you a question. Were you the one that set the REM part off when we got like, the hell with it, we're not going to do it? Yes. So you do want to have a conversation. Okay. Do you have a message for us? Do you have a message that you want to give to everybody? Okay.
Do you have a message for a specific person that you'd like us to try to share with them?
Is there anybody alive still living when you were living? Okay.
Are you associated with this property?
So you are a man. Are you the redheaded kid that used to live here? No, you're too young. He was too young. Were you? Well, okay.
We haven't heard from your mom in a while. Is she still around here? Is that why you're here? Aww.
This house kind of grips you and doesn't. This house kind of grips you and doesn't let go, does it? Do you want me to? Do you want me to send both of you? Would both of you like to go to the other side, to the light? Is that something you're interested in? Are you stuck here? No? You just like hanging out? How do you like the backyard? Do you like the backyard?
Oh, that was fast. Really liked it.
It's probably the best it's looked since 1955. They didn't have all this neat stuff when you guys were living. Let's see. What's your name? When you were here? A.
Ow. Ow.
Is that the last letter?
A.
Is that the meter? A-L.
A-L-A. Alan.
Alan?
Is your name Alan?
What was your mom's name?
What's that A? Do you remember what I call his mom? Because I don't know her name. The little lady in the house.
Don't say it out loud. What does Bonnie call your mother?
L.
Mrs. L?
Mrs. L. Because I heard one time her name, the former owner, and I can't remember what it was. I just remembered it started with an L. So I always call her Mrs. L when I'm talking to her in the house or asking her if she's here still or whatever. But I haven't heard from her in a long time. Mrs. L. Is your mom still here? Yes and no.
Well, I think he's just passing by, yes.
Oh.
Can you answer again? Is your mom still here? Where did your mom go? Can you hear that? When he's giving his energy, can you hear the meter just barely bumping? It's gone.
No,
tick,
I
tick, tick,
was
like a Geiger counter.
I did not.
Yeah, pay attention next time.
What do you have it set on? Which
Well, it's just.
is it on some?
Let me change it. Might get it a little bit louder. But I can hear it. It starts like a Geiger counter. Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, it's on just magnetic. That's cool. That's fine. But this is...
Yeah, leave it right there. The way you can just barely hear it.
Yeah, but this is emitting an electromagnetic field.
No,
and this
but
is...
it was tacking like a Geiger counter. When he goes to put his energy to move it, it's a very subtle. You could hear it like a Geiger counter,
Okay.
like background, a little bit above background. What was the next question now?
We were talking about Mrs. L, and he said that she wasn't here anymore. And you asked him, where'd she go? And it was...
Did your mother go to the other side? Did she cross over? Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
Well, how come you don't?
Go.
How come you don't follow her? She's your mom, and you know. He's not done yet. N. He's not real big with spelling stuff.
No, and he likes this end of the board a lot. 8 ends.
Well, I think what it is, he's trying to, Spirit's trying to sync us up by going over there. He's trying to get both of us in tune so that we get on the right letter. Is that right? Is that what you're trying to do?
Okay, stop it
There
for
you
a
go.
second.
Actually, that's what he's doing there. He's buffering, trying to get us both synced up. Is that what you're doing when you do that? Is that kind of like syncing us up? What is that? An E, F?
It's
F?
Yes.
F?
Off the board. C.
Fact. So am I right? That means I'm right? Yeah. Let's see. Are you there? I notice there's two types of spirits. Ones that are like kind of like hanging out, house spirits. They don't gather all the information and everything. They just, like if I were to ask you, you know, if there's an alien base on the other side of the moon, it's just not something it's just something you're not interested in. You're basically Earth spirit. Basically, there's like two types of people like that. Are you kind of like don't care about that stuff and don't have answers to that stuff, that outside things? So that means, yes, you're not, okay, hold on a second. It means you're not that type of spirit. You're more like a grounded Earth spirit, don't give a shit. Okay. So, how old were you? How old were you when you died? What was your age? There's the numbers right there. You were how old?
Two.
26?
Yeah.
Okay, 26. Is that right? Sorry. Is 26 right? Let me ask you a question. Do you know Eric Mendez? Alyssa's son? Spirit on the Other Side? I watch his channel all the time. No? Would he happen to be here now? Probably not. Let me ask you a question. Is he here now? Is there anybody else here besides you, Spirit? We call him Al?
Alan.
Alan. Let me ask you a question. Is that gnome? I mean, I saw him and I felt him. So, I mean, I know he's not real, he's ethereal, but he manifested here. This used to be your house. You've seen him. He's in that tree.
Well, I've lived here for 20 years. I've never seen it.
Yeah, but he came in right when I built the little house there for him. That's why I invited him in. Is he do you know of him? You know he's there, right? Is he there? Okay, what is it that would have came up to me wearing a white robe with a pointy hat? Looks just like that figure down there. Got off Amazon.
It could have been that or whatever, but doesn't live here. Maybe for some reason it was just popping in and out.
Well, what? Okay. Well, you hear
Is
that?
that?
You hear the meter?
Yeah.
Can you tell us something about it?
Right.
Can you tell us something about it? No. Are you here all the time? Let me center it. Are you here all the time? No. So, let me ask you a question. YouTube lovers love my sessions when I say that.
Oh.
What was my question?
I don't know. I'm sure you'll have more.
There's a good one too.
We were talking about the gnome not being here all the time, possibly just popping in. And he's not here all the time.
So you're like, are you free? You get to go wherever you want, right? You want to go to the dark side of the moon? You can go. Yep. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. We don't want to use the R word, but are there lizards on the other side of the moon? Lizards on the base? See, that's what Veronica says. Okay, let me ask a question. God, I gotta stop saying that. What is making me say that? I don't ever say that.
You say it all the time.
Not when I'm out in real life, no.
Yes, you
No, I
do.
don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Only when I'm doing a spirit board session. Okay.
You're about to say.
Is on the other side of the moon. I don't know why I'm hung up on that all the time, but everybody's got something different to say about it. I think I know what's going on there. There is a base there, but it's just for extraterrestrials, different races that want to come and go. It's like a stop-off place. No big deal. Nobody's going to live there. It's kind of like the UN headquarters where they can go and drop off and stop off, right? Yes or no? Okay. There is a base on the other side of the moon, right? Or a place for extraterrestrials? No. Is there a base somewhere on the moon? Are you sure?
When they say dark side of the moon, put it over here. When they say dark side of the moon, does that mean
Our dark
on
side.
the other side of the moon where we can't see it, they align with the behind the moon?
I don't understand your question. Do
It's
you understand?
mobile, like a craft or something, not a base. And maybe when as the moon is
Is it a mobile
rotating
base?
around the Earth, that stays behind the moon, so we can't see it. So we're always in the dark.
Okay, where are all these aliens coming from? Are they coming from the future? Are they us from the future for the most part?
Going off the board.
No. Okay. Well, I know there's aliens because I've been interacting with them my whole life. So they're actually extraterrestrials from another place. Are they from another dimension? Yes. Another dimension. So there's countless dimensions. And they're penetrating those dimensions, coming here. Right? No. Okay, well, see, I'm not a quantum scientist, so I don't know how to expand on that one for my question. Okay, well, they're not penetrating other dimensions and they're coming here. Is it got something to do? Some keeps telling me that space is not what we've been told. We're gonna find out soon. Space is something different than we've been told.
There's a lot of no answers. I wonder if he's just saying no because he just doesn't have the answers.
Well,
I don't know.
do you have those answers? No. So, okay, so you're just one of those spirits that just not. I mean, when I kick the bucket, when I'm on the other side, I'm going to be in everybody's business. I want to know everything.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not nosy. I mean,
Well, yeah, you are.
it's my business. This is my freaking universe.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, that shit ain't going on without me. I got just as much reason to be there. Okay, so your mom is still able to pop in and out sometimes, even though she crossed over. Okay. So how come you don't cross over? If you cross over, I guess you just you're pretty much more on that side. You don't get to experience what you're doing now, right? You don't get the full experience.
That's confusing.
You hear it? You do hear the meter, right?
Yeah, babe, I hear it.
Yeah, it's clicking every time he moves it. Let's see. Is there somebody else that wants to come forward? Oh shit! I was hoping to have a conversation with a gnome. I mean, I like talking to you. I'm like glad to see you're still around. What was that?
The light went off.
What light just went off? Oh, that one. That's weird.
Yeah, the board's in the dark now.
Board's in the dark.
Okay, so we're gonna end it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and close the window and say goodbye to you, my friend. So I wish
Bye,
you could.
Alan.
See you
Stop
later.
by anytime.
And that's it. No.